Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, welcome to Oilers After Dark. Game 30-something. We're getting up there. It's been a minute. Hopefully you all enjoyed the week. The Oilers 19-15-2 take on the Seattle Kraken 18-11-4. Again, I don't want to get into the stupidity of overtime wins and losses. We won't get into all that. Draisaitl is not in the lineup tonight, but that's okay. McDavid is, and that's all we need. I'm going to go put my jersey on. Unless you want to watch some, you're welcome. Relax you up on the couch. Yes. We all remember when I've been calling Seattle's hot start lucky because of schedule. Gene just told you. They're not so hot no more. 3 times in 19 days, though. That's a lot of hockey against each other. But need to get them out of the way. Hey, good evening, Smokey. See how long it takes for this anthem singer to go through the national anthems. Today's game is going to be a little different. No Draisaitl. A lot of people are going to move up in the lineup where they shouldn't be, but we'll see. One player, well, now you're missing 2 of your top 6. Arguably, your 2 of your top 3. We'll see. Maybe gut check time for sure for the Oilers who play tomorrow night against the Winnipeg Jets. All right. Leon is unavailable. Hush hush about it. Won't speculate, won't comment. They are hush hush about it. It's unknown from a new injury. It's not his ankle. It's not his ankle, because if it was his ankle, he'd play. If you watch last game, you'd see that Draisaitl was in a lot of discomfort early in the first period. So I don't know. Like I said, if you watch the Flames game, it happened early in the first period or second period when he left for 5 minutes. He got cross-checked in the corner, and then with about 4 minutes and a half left in the third period, again, he got railed into the benches with the door open. And it happens. I mean, I don't think the real Seattle's going to show up. They only have the same amount of points because of overtime wins and losses. And again, I'm not getting into that. I'm only here so I don't get fined. They're here because they've played Anaheim, Arizona, Chicago. Who else? Like those bottom three teams, they've played 12 times, 13 times. I don't want to hear that they're a good team. If they were a good team, they would have beat Calgary last night. That's on Wednesday, sorry. Yeah, he's only missed 7 games in 7 years. That's amazing. For the punishment that guy gets. But we're underway. Oilers win the faceoff, dump it into Seattle zone. I really don't like these Seattle Kraken jerseys, but we all have a preference and we all have a like and dislike. Expect the unexpected. I expect this to be a good game. Unexpected. Oilers get trounced. I expect this to be a good playoff matchup for this type of season. I don't think Seattle's going to be there in the playoffs, but I expect a good game. I expect our bottom players to jump up and play good. Oh, held in by Seattle. Shot wide. Larson barely holds his own down in the corner. Nurse gets the puck, flips it up. Hyman gets it neatly. Do-do-do. Hyman takes the puck and loses it. 3-on-2 the other way. Eberle in front of the net. Picked off McCann. Shot, save, rebound. McDavid runs into his own teammate. Or should I say Nurse runs into McDavid. McDavid across the line. Shot blocked in the corner. McDavid bodies Larson. Steals the puck from him. In front to Niemelainen. Niemelainen shot, save, rebound. Hits the netting. And oh, shit. You can't bench Nurse. He munches way too many minutes. Only way you could do that is if you have a guy that's equally going to eat that many minutes. Chychrun, Edmondson, somebody. Oh, McLeod up front. Fogle, power play coming for the Oilers. Let's go, Oilers. Power play number 1. Let's see how good Seattle really is. Yeah, not looking too good now. Oh, there's your guy, Saucy. We got the opposite of both ends. I'm in the middle with Nurse. He has his merits. I think he gives a lot of turnovers because he plays so many minutes. Susie tripping. Oilers lose the face-off. Barrie carries it up, gives it to Yamamoto, drop pass to McDavid. McDavid with speed across the red line, across the blue line. One hands it around Larson, kept in. Hopkins loses his skate blade on that one. Definitely lost an edge. That sucked. Puck, 1 pass, 2 pass, 3 pass. No Draisaitl, 4 pass shot, blocked. Shoot it again. 1 pass. Oh, by Hyman! 1-0 Oilers. Woo! McDavid extends his streak to match his career high 17 games. Hada boys. Let's go Oilers. Let's keep that pressure going. We don't give up. Longest active streak right now in the NHL also is owned by McDavid. I didn't think they were going to. Oh, what a shot, though. Ooh, sucks for him. Are they going to review it? Because that could be a possible kick-in. Good shite. No challenge. Thankfully, Seattle didn't trust it. Save by Skinner. Shot blocked by Derek Ryan. Happy belated birthday to Derek Ryan. Celebrated a birthday yesterday. Too early? What's too early? Too early to start scoring? Flames wish they did that yesterday. They left it to late. Still got the win, though. Don't like that they went into it. Did the game last night go into overtime? I cannot remember. It's definitely a greaser, but we take those. No, you're right. They still won. That's right. That's all that matters is Calgary won. And I'm happy Calgary won last night. I was looking down. Koskin gets a goal. Hawkins gets an assist. 2-0 Oilers. Who are these guys? No, it wasn't in overtime. It was a flat-up win. Thank you for that. 2-0 Oilers. 4 shots, 2 goals. Holy. They came mad after Christmas. That loss to Vancouver may have woken this team up. Oh, no chance. Oof. Janmark to Kostin. Kostin. I thought it was heavyweight. He's slowing him down. He was the anchor. McDavid shot, save, rebound. Jesus. Hopkins has 2 assists on the night. Already going for McCann, blocked by McDavid. And out of the zone it goes. Pugliarvi with a big hit. All right, big guy. I see you, Big Finn. Oy. Oh, Yamamoto's got plowed. Nurse shoots, scores. 3 shot. Who is this team? Stop. Stop, stop. Full stop now. No more goals. No more. Yamamoto just got crunched to make a play. Holy boy, did he get lit up. He got up right away, though. He bounced right back up. What a shot. It's not over. This game is not over. There's too much time, and we all know how the Oilers like to just sit back and relax. Okay. Seattle call a timeout. No more challenge. I agree with you. They should shut it down, but we know the Oilers. Oh, goalie change. That's why no timeout. Goalie change. Gerber out. Jones in. Interesting. Gerber. I always call him Gerber. I know his name is Grubauer, but I always call him the Gerber for the Gerber babies. That's right, the Gerber baby. You know, if I can't make fun of other people for their bad names, I have the worst last name ever. I'm not eating it. I should eat something, eh? Some chips, some peanuts, some chocolate-covered peanuts, some coal that I got for Christmas. These games kind of suck as the fun is over. It may be over now, so 55 minutes of boring. No, I do feel like that's just it. These type of games should be over now. Like, there's no way that Seattle should come back, but we know how the Oilers like to sit in a little turtle shell and just play back and play defense, and then they get shelled for one, shelled for two, and 2.5 minutes later, it's 3-3 or 4-3 the other team. We've seen this script before, just as I say that. Seattle holds the zone, gets a shot just wide. Oilers carry the puck out. Yamamoto behind the net. Hamlin, Yamamoto. Wow. She fell. She fell out of bed. Nurse, dump it in. So Hamlin, Yamamoto, and Holloway on a line, it looked like. Interesting. No, keep eating, man. I don't believe in bad karma, juju, jinxes. I don't believe in any of that. You create your own luck and you create your own karma. But I don't know. I honestly don't know what to do. Thank you for the 8 people watching. Greatly appreciated. Yeah. 3-0. What is the saying? And if you're a bigger person, I don't mean to offend you. Fat guys love cake. That's all I gotta say. I'm not big, but I'm not no tiny twig turned sideways and I disco pier. Fat guys love cake. All right, see you guys tomorrow. I do have a sweet tooth. To my detriment, I have a sweet tooth. That's why I have kids. So at Halloween, they can go trick-or-treating, and I take the dad tax. When they're younger, the dad tax is higher. When they get older, the dad tax lowers. So you just have more kids. So you always keep the dad tax at about 75% per kid. Lots of candy. Hi.
Don't forget the stocking tax and the Valentine's tax and the Easter bunny tax.
That's very true. Like, there's taxes on everything as a dad. Everything gets taxed. Spending the rest of the period updates, that's insanity. It's 3-0 Edmonton. 5 shots, 3 goals. They've already pulled their goalie. I mean, it is Seattle.
You got the first one.
Hyman on the power play.
Last minute guess for the win.
You suck. You said to expect the unexpected. I don't think anybody expected a 3-0 lead this early.
Does Seattle have people to come back?
Seattle's got a team. I don't think it's a matter of does Seattle have the team. Are the Oilers going to go into their turtle shell they always go into when they have leads and let the team come back? And then 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, 3 becomes 4, and then the Oilers are battling to catch up again. I agree with you there. Ooh, what else do we have that's sweet in the house? Thanks, Smokey Dan. You're giving me. Oh, we got that mousse cake. The jelly mousse. Peanut butter chocolate chip cookies. Homemade. Yeah, but I don't want coconut right now.
They're mainly oatmeal.
Wow. Nobody, no. Ooh, that would have been 4. 4 and 6 had that one chipped in. Oilers are definitely coming to play. Not for you. Poppycorn. I don't usually eat on my streams. I apologize. What?
We didn't really eat today.
Yeah, we aren't really around today at all. I will keep everybody updated. Face off. 12:53 left in the first period. Shots are 6-2 Edmonton. Scores 3-0. Oilers win the face-off. Broken stick on the play. Seattle is down a man because of a broken stick. Shot blocked. Yamamoto whistles it wide. Niemelainen shot on net. Rebound still there. Covered up by Jones. Keeping up with the Joneses. Nurse goal was unassisted. I have had homemade donuts. They are amazing. Welcome, Britt. Don't get you started. Well, don't start me up because once you go. Yeah, no, I wish I could get NHL Center Ice. I'm stuck watching the Sportsnet crap. Because I know on the NHL Center Ice you can still have ISO cams and like cameras that don't have announcers and stuff. I miss those days. You only missed 3 goals getting scored on 5 shots. Bouchard. Hopkins shot wide. Janmark to Kulak. Seattle grabs the puck. Could keep up with the Joneses. Yep. Candy and milk. That's a good combination. Giveaway, breakaway for Seattle. Save by Skinner. Like you said, Oilers love giving out those chances. So McDavid has 2 points on the night. McDavid, Hopkins, 2-point nights.
There's something in the bottom of it.
I know there is. I put it in there.
Why did you put that down?
To clean up the table. And that was there. So I was like, you know what? Oh, that is a good question. Does Peter's Drive-In deliver pina colada milkshakes? I haven't had
the dishes.
I haven't had Peter's Drive-In in like
And
10
there's one
years.
in Edmonton.
I just found out recently there is one in Edmonton. But I haven't had it in 15 years. When I go down to Calgary, I always have it. I haven't been in Calgary for a while either.
We didn't stop there our last trip in Calgary either.
No, we didn't. No. So, January, we're going to Peter's Drive-In.
I thought January we were doing that movie date.
We are. That'll include the date.
I'm going for that.
All right. Love you. See you in a few hours.
Might have to come look me up.
Right? McDavid behind the net, in front to Hyman. Pugliarvi's shot. If you're going to call for the pass, Pugliarvi, you might as well take a shot. Too bad you're a muff in front. Goal! Pugliarvi, 4-0 Oilers. Little golf clap. Yep, little golf clap for Pugliarvi. What play? Hyman McDavid on the assist. I don't know what's happening, man. Wow. McDavid, there's nothing else you can say about the guy. He doesn't need to see you. He just needs to feel your presence. He uses the force. Ooh. Niemelainen gets bodied. And now Seattle's starting to get angry. Take out the goalie. Bodies are going to start to fly, and this is the Seattle way now. Body. No more power plays are coming the Oilers' way this game. What review thing? It is another apple. He blindly passed it. He wasn't even looking. Just threw it out front, knowing somebody would be there. He used the force with him. Yeah, I don't know how to turn that off. I'll figure it out. You'd think with our channel being 18A or not for kids, they'd let you swear a little bit. I mean, we know how Matt Payne likes to get. He's a little rowdy sometimes. He's that friend that you have at the bar that you invite out because you know he's the one that's going to start shit. It's a quiet night till Matt shows up. And then you know that's when the party starts. Seattle now has control in the Oilers zone. Shots from the outside. Nothing really scary. Shots are 8-4 for the Oilers. 4-0 Edmonton. 8 minutes left to play in the first period. Yeah. A shit sandwich for sure. Playoffs start March 15th. I'm a Marchish. Long time. CC shot from the blue line. Saved by Jones. I'm not worried about playoffs. I'm worried about the February push, All-Star game, the All-Star break, trade deadline, and then I'll worry about playoffs after trade deadline. So a lot of people, they do seasons in segments. 10 game, 25 game, 40 game, and then trade deadline, and then playoffs. Me, I don't do that. I go 30 game after Christmas, so New Year, All-Star break, trade deadline, season. I don't really pay attention to the first 35, 40 games this season because those games are what? The bad teams have good starts and then fade off. The good teams are still tired from the playoffs that they just had. So, of course, there's going to be a differential. Right? That's why I hate all this talk. Well, by American Thanksgiving, if your team isn't in the playoffs, they're not going to make the playoffs. Says who? Do you know how many teams are within 3 to 5 points of a playoff spot at American Thanksgiving? Man, they got to keep up with Save On Foods over here. They've only announced the first one. I'm not going to lie, though. Seattle is a really beautiful city. Barely gets any snow. Never really gets cold. I would love to live in the Emerald City, man. Oh, giveaway. Nurse with the giveaway there. I don't know about the arena. I'm not sold on the arena. I also don't believe that the arena is a climate-friendly arena either, to be 100% honest with you. I think it's all about false advertisement to get people to think it is. Yeah, that's exactly it. Because you knew if you're a playoff team, why try? Why try until you absolutely have to? I don't like that mentality. The Leafs do it now. It forms bad habits. But the Islanders in the 80s never had bad habits. I think because of their leadership. Their leadership was so good. I have a lot of respect for those 80 Islanders. Ooh. Puck in the face by Janmark cannot blow the whistle down, though. Unless the Oilers touch up. Oh, wait. Costin's taking a make-up bolt crap call, but I'm just here so I don't get fined. I think that's where the refs messed up. As soon as the Oilers touched that puck, the refs should have blew it down. That's a cross check. Draisaitl's hurting for a different reason now. Again, I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to put my tinfoil hat on, make sure it's nice and straight. I don't think it's the same injury that's been nagging him all season. I think it's a different one. But because of the Calgary bad camera work, they didn't ever show why he was holding his chest and ribcage area. Shot save. Skinner has no idea where it is. It's okay, power play. You got to let them take shots. Shots are 10-4 for Edmonton. Scores 4-0. 6-13 left in the first period. There's really no other games going on. Most games are finals. So after the first period, I will run through. And then I'll... Yes, it is a rib injury. Again, I don't want to put a tinfoil hat and tell everybody live here what it is or what it isn't. I've spoke privately about it. You know what? I don't care. I'll speculate because it's not like my speculation is going to affect what it is. It could be either bruised rib or broken rib. I'm hoping it's just a bruised rib. But again, with a broken rib, there's nothing they can do to fix it. It's just uncomfortable. That's pretty quick. 3 goals, 1 minute, 11 seconds. That's a stat right there, Misty. Sorry, missed. Oh, shot, save, rebound. Puck is there. Linesman, you going to blow that, or is you going to wait for someone to get hurt? And puck gets it cleared out. Yes. Again. On what scores tonight from out of town scoreboard or just this one? So I don't really pay attention on town scoreboard. I never watch hockey. Oilers should invest in those Cairo machines. They would. Block. So, Britt, they would, but it's up to the owners to do it. The NHL's already mad about the Oilers. Costin comes out of, and I'll get into that in the first period. Shot, save, rebound, or commercial. The NHL right now is already mad at Edmonton and the Oilers for having a state-of-the-art facility that no other team has. They also have a rink inside their facility that's a community rink that no other team has. So they have their practice rink inside the arena that they own. So a lot of teams are mad about that because they have to travel to use their practice rinks, or their main rink is their practice rink. The Oilers probably have the best arena in the league, even though it's older-ish now. Of the new ones, it's one of the older new ones. Who's my favorite player all time or right now? Getting a Cairo machine, though, it's up to the owners to get. All-time Glenn Anderson. Not even a doubt. Favorite player, Glenn Anderson. Favorite goalie, Grant Fuhr. Flames need a new arena, and that's up to the city and the owner to come together as a melting pot and get that done. Problem with Calgary, though, yes, Daryl Cates is very rich. Fun fact, though, his wife is even richer than he is. Oh, welcome, Tag. Yeah, it was a rough 2 minutes. Seattle might bounce back. Don't let one period in time hurt your feelings too much. Seattle might bounce back. About hockey juniors? I played high-level basketball. Played football in high school. So high school basketball, high school football. Hockey was my main one, though. I played hockey until I still do play hockey. Oh, Hyman gets hit from behind, but that's no call. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Pugliarvi down to Hyman. Hyman leaves it for Barrie. Barrie loses the puck. Breakaway again for Seattle. What a back check by 9. Oh, that was Kulak with the back check. No penalty. Good back check, and that's icing. I agree. He is one of the hardest working Oilers we have. So, Tex, I've been saying since the beginning of the season, and a lot of people don't agree with what I've been saying because they look at stats and standings only. No, he's talking about Seattle. I've been saying since Seattle even though they've been winning, they're only winning because of their ease of schedule. As soon as they play hard teams, they're going to lose a lot of games. I want to get a Seattle perspective of that because I've been saying that since the beginning. Their record is not good for their record is because of schedule. That's been my opinion. Oh man, Skinner's been great. I won't take anything away from Skinner. I won't take anything away from Skinner. I just feel we have another goalie in Edmonton that needs to play a little bit more too. But there's only one net and not enough ice time for two people. And I get that. Shut your mouth before I throw you through a wall. Thank you. Lay down. I agree with you on that. The Oilers from the 80s had no defense, and Gretzky was hurt for a little bit. What helped Gretzky's Oilers was losing to the Islanders 3 times in a row. It sucks. You had to learn to lose, and they lost. Ooh. I'm an 80s kid, so I was around for the losses. I was at the tail end of the losses. I enjoyed the wins. I enjoyed the glory days, so I'm not going to lie. I never felt losing until the decade of darkness, really. Well, for sure. For sure we're building them up. We're not putting anybody down. Ah, 29. It's a Draisaitl jersey. Go Eskimos, go! Oh my goodness! Don't get me started on that. I to this day still call them the Eskimos, and I can't call them the other team. I just can't take that name serious. Look at us prounce on the field, a bunch of elks. Here we come. Trottier and Coffey went on a win cups, and yeah, that 92-93 Pittsburgh team was also pretty stacked. Ooh, Bruins. If they get a legit goalie in Boston, I think they can win playoffs. They're another team that's just, they know they're playoff locked in. So they can experiment with a backup and a backup. Ooh. 57 seconds left in the first period. 13-6 are the shots. Well, let's be honest. Coffey was a great defenseman, but when he was out there, they didn't get scored on. But when he wasn't out there, they were getting pumped for 4, 5, 6 goals. There's a reason why the 80s games were 10-9, 12-7. Goalies weren't very good back then. Whoa. Goalies were also way smaller. I'm at the adage, I would really love to see the players now play against the goalies back then with the equipment the players had back then. The 40-pound wood sticks, the heavy gloves. That's very true. Scoring and shot block. He led the league in scoring for a lot of assists. That guy could find you in a phone booth, though. I love the way Coffey passed. His retirement was sad on me because he was such a good defenseman. He looked so effortless skating. It didn't look like he moved. But you look up and he's already covered 20 feet of ice with 2 strides. He was just If I played defense, that would be my model to defense go after. Yeah, exactly. Selfless, just so effortless in what he did. Great guy too, from what I've been told. Like I've never personally, like I said, I met him when I was a kid, but as an adult, I've never had a chance to. Nurse got denied. Oh, that would have been pretty. Too many passes. Yeah, fast like McDavid, but just so smooth. Like, yeah, I remember that save for sure. He definitely did everything. Like, he kept the puck out and he put the puck in, helped put the puck in. So you can't really say anything negative about the guy, honestly. Oh, little Yamamoto correct for that play. Like I said, all the games are over. Carolina beat Florida 4-0. Nashville trounced Anaheim 6-1. New Jersey beat Pittsburgh 4-2. Oi. That's it. Tomorrow being New Year's Eve, a lot of games happening tomorrow, including the Oilers at the Jets. Thank you. Hey, if Nurse gets one, he gets two. If Nurse gets two, he can get three. This game's definitely not taking the adage or approach I thought it would take. 70 points in 37 games. But remember, Gretzky scored 50 goals in 39 games. That still, to me, is a record that will never be broken. That, to me, is the record right there. Yeah, today is the 41st anniversary. God, I'm just about as old. Good God. Frick, I'm old. Now, here's a fun stat for those of you that don't know. Gretzky scored 5 goals that game to get 39 and 50. Or 50 and 39, sorry. He scored 5 that day. Like, that's insane. And the Oilers won 7-5. He scored 5 out of the 7 the Oilers scored. They needed all 5 of them. Holy smokes. Talk about like a back and forth affair. He did score 5 a game. He scored 6 a game before. But what made that so special against Philadelphia was he was so close to the record. And I think they were going to be going on the road for a stretch on the road. And he didn't want to do it on the road. He wanted to do it at home in front of the Oilers fans. So that's why he went on a goal tear that game. He knew what he wanted to do, and he wanted to do it at home. That's insane. Like, when that guy put his mind to something, it happened. It was like, I want to do this. I'm doing it. Try and stop me. That's right. Can McDavid extend it? That'll be tough, though. No Draisaitl. Yeah, the Daryl Sittler 10-point. Oh, man. That was before my time, but my dad and grandpa talk about it like the Leafs winning the cup now is how they talk about it. Like, I do watch old films. Yeah. Like I do watch a lot of the old films, and especially the Toronto Maple Leaf old hockey games. How good the Malkoviches and Hortons, Parentos, Pallants, Bowers, like that whole group of guys was just, it was amazing. What was the record before that? Ding, ding, ding. Interviewing Yamamoto. That's awesome. I don't care that it's for sale. 50 and 50. Wow, it was always 50 and 50. That was the thing to do. And Gretzky's like, hold my beer. I'm going to do it in 81, do it in 39. 83, 84, did it 42. Game 49, he did it in 84, 85. Lemieux was the only one that was really closest at 46. Everyone else, better luck next time. Gretzky and the hold my beer mentality that he had. All 7 Canadian. Yeah, it's isn't it Hockey Day in Canada tomorrow? Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Yeah. Well, yeah, Sittler, like everything he touched that game turned into gold. Like he took a shot, it found a way to go in. He passed the puck. It found a way to go in after he passed it. It was like the way my dad tells it was he was walking on water and there's nothing anybody could do to stop him. It was just one of those performances, right? Like a goalie getting a 50, 60 game shutout. There was just nothing going by them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man. Like that's the biggest debate to me. And that's the debate to me that I will always love to have with people. Who was the better player, Gretzky or Lemieux? Like we'd never know how great Lemieux ever could have been because of cancer and missing seasons. And that's why Gretzky was and is the greatest the greatest player points wise on the planet and ever will be. But just what Lemieux could have been. Because Lemieux was putting up numbers. It wasn't like he wasn't. Gretzky was the smartest, but I think Lemieux was the biggest. A lot of politics went into the Penguins getting Crosby, though. But again, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Yeah, he was. Like, Lemieux definitely was a tank, but he was built that way, right? 6'1", 6'2", very heavy, hard to play against. Where Gretzky wasn't big, he was just finesse. No, Gretzky never had the speed, never had the size, but just knew where to be and how to be to not get wrecked. And you had Dave Semenko on the wing, stopping players from hitting you. That always helped. 18, yeah, that's true. Like, that's what I mean. What could have been? Like that's the thing a lot of people overlook is how great of a teacher Gretzky was. And that's why he couldn't coach. Gretzky was better than McDavid. I don't like to compare the back thens to the nows. Because I'll honestly tell you, you put these graphite sticks that these players have now, Gretzky could have scored 1,000. No matter what goalie era you have, you put these sticks in now, Gretzky's got 1,000. Like, that's, and I use bull sticks. Like, I'm an ambidextrous hockey player, so I have a left-handed stick that's my wood, Sherwood, that's 40 pounds. And I have a composite Bauer stick that is 110 flex that I lean on and I can get whipped for days. It's nuts. That's why I don't like comparing to what Ovechkin is doing now. And people say, well, if he played back then, he'd be scoring more. Well, no. Gretzky failed as a coach because he expected, like, Gretzky failed as a coach. I kind of lost train of thought there. He failed as a coach because he expected the players to be like him, to not play with the skill he had, but to use the commitment and to show up on time and to at least learn what he's teaching them. And they didn't. You were coaching Arizona. What did you expect? But again, that's why we didn't see Gretzky in the NHL for the longest time. Gary Bettman in the NHL kind of fucked Gretzky over for a while. Neither here nor there. That's why you don't become an owner, player, coach. Yeah, not everyone can see the game like he did. And I guess that was his expectation. If I'm going to take my time to teach you, at least learn it. And that's what that cup, the Canada Cup team did, was Gretzky taught a lot of the players learned and used that skills against Gretzky. I don't disagree with that. I think without Gretzky being bought by LA, we'd have no hockey in the States like we do now. We'd have no NHL like we do now. And I'm thankful for that. I'm mad about that, but thankful for that. If it wasn't for Peter Pocklington being such a bad businessman, we'd have no hockey in California, Texas, Carolina, Florida, Nashville, Seattle, Arizona. Like, we'd be missing 15, 20 teams. Yeah. Try looks like a 23-year-old Yager. Man, are we sure Yager's still not 23? That guy never, like, he ages, but he never stops playing. Yeah. He did. Yeah, it's... Again, I don't like what Gary Bettman has done to the star players of old. Like, I guess I can get into it now. A lot of times passed, probably because a lot of people don't know. But Lemieux was one phone call away from selling Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh moving out of Pittsburgh. And then the Sidney Crosby generational talent happened. He came back, coached. He came back and played with Crosby and became a player coach and player owner and all that fun stuff, which is hard. But yeah, Lemieux, no joke, was very close to selling Pittsburgh because of the league politics and everything else. Yeah, that like bad back for Bossy, bad back for Lemieux, bad knees for Bobby Orr. Another player that woulda, coulda, shoulda. Like, what kind of numbers would Bobby Orr put in if he played 15, 20 years? Like, just think about that guy's career and what he did do. Like, imagine if he wasn't hurt. Just the numbers these old players would have put up had there been no injuries. Oh, definitely. Orr would be top 5 in every category, like defensively, offensively. Lindros was his own worst enemy. Big body, didn't want to use it. Liked to skate through the neutral zone with his head down. Well, Bobby Orr is McDavid's agent, so I mean, McDavid's been pretty good in life. He did. Like, I remember hearing those interviews of Cherry saying, like, Lindros, head up. Yeah. I guess he figured he was so big and strong, nobody would hit him. Yeah. It's a piece, eh? It makes you wonder, how the hell did they play with this? Like, how could you be effective? Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, that's the thing that I worry about with kids growing up nowadays. And I'm not taking anything away from Lafreniere or Wright or Bedard now coming up. They don't have that structure. They don't have the maturity around them for them to be mature. Like, you've seen McDavid coming up as the bona fide number 1, and just how he talked and how he represented himself on the ice, off the ice, away from it. Everything was point, groomed. They ask you this, you say this. They ask you this, you say this. It's all groomed. And these kids don't have it because they don't have those people in their lives to say, no, you're up at this time, you're here at this time, you're here at this time. Life is scheduled. You want to be this guy, your life is scheduled. That's exactly it. Like, these guys just don't have that mentor. And that's where McDavid got really lucky that his dad was who he is. And it's all about parenting too. Like, it's all about money and parenting and what your parents believe is good values. Oh, don't get me going on Tiger Williams. That was one guy I loved to hate, but would have loved him to be on a team I cheer for. Like, Tiger Williams was one of those guys, man. Like, I really hated Tiger Williams, but I respected him. Like, the guy just, he'd gouge your eyes out with a hockey stick, and then he'd score a goal on you. It was just, it was pretty cool. And, you know, I do that a lot in my daily life. Is I'll tell you the truth. I'd rather hurt you with the truth than pump up your ass with a lie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't sugarcoat anything, and that's my downfall because I do lose a lot of friends that way. But hey, you get me. Like, whether you've known me for 5 minutes or you know me for 15 years, you know where I stand, and I'm not changing for nobody. Oh, I hated the hell out of Thurn Fleury. I played against Thurn Fleury when he was playing in the South Peace Hockey League News, the South Peace Hockey League up there with Thunder Bay. Great player. Even after he retired, so much skill. I'm kind of looking forward to Sweden, Canada. Yep. Who in the what now?
Take a look at what I sent you.
I can see. I'm watching the hockey game.
That's a hockey game.
Yeah, I don't check my phone when I'm. We are underway in period number 2. 4-0 is the score. 16-8 are your shots for the Oilers. 45 seconds into the second period. It's going to be I'm hoping it's a closer game than this, but then that would mean the Oilers fell asleep, and I don't want that. I'm of two minds right now. I like seeing this. I don't want it to get worse. They just showed a stat on the TV that was pretty remarkable. Like, I don't want it to get worse, but I don't want Seattle to come back. Is that all you want? Is one shift, no puck contact? I thought that too until I played against Darren Fleury, because I always talk shit about the guy, and I made it very clear. We played one game. I played one game against him. I made it very clear that I probably could skate better than him. No. Like, no. He still had NHL caliber skill. Definitely showed you the difference between an average Joe or even a top end elite guy against an caliber NHL player. Those guys just, he could pass the puck so crisp and hard. We got to fight. Oh, Holloway fighting. Saucy. Oh, Holloway just got knocked up. Ow. He took a shot there, Holloway, sir. Somebody said something to somebody's mother. I love to see that from him, though. I love to see him fighting. That guy is a big boy. Oh, he cross-checked him once. Cross-checked him twice. He's like, all right, mother. You motherfucker want to go? Let's go. See, if the refs aren't going to call penalties, take it in your own hands. I love to see it. Who's going to go after Susie? Nurse? That's all they got. Really? Costin? He smiles and laughs. He's like... And just like what Cross saying, how many cross checks are you going to let him get away with before he fights back? Exactly that. How many cross checks are you going to let him get away with?
And no penalty for that?
No. And Seattle scores. 4-1. 18-10 to go in the second period. I don't know why you don't like that, Braden. That's what he had to do. Like, okay, I don't, and this is where I'm going to get a lot of hate. I loved what Holloway just did. You were getting cross-checked. How many cross-checks is too much? So that's one sequence. Okay, you got cross-checked twice there. So the play keeps going. We have play down back in the Seattle end. He gets cross-checked 4 more times. How many more times is he allowed to get cross-checked before he says, all right, my back is done? I'm hurt now because I keep getting cross-checked. I know, but that's against Calgary, there was no need to, because Calgary that's what Calgary wanted. They wanted to feed off of that because they have those players that feed off it, because Lucic was going to come out. So let's say last game against Calgary, Nurse goes and fights Weegar. Okay, so he fights Weegar. Lucic goes and fights Barrie because he can. Because now that Nurse is in the box for 5 minutes for fighting, Lucic is going to be out there running people over. I really wish they would have said something. Yep. I think Uyghur will keep his head up next season. Didn't Uyghur get knocked out in the game against Seattle on Wednesday? I heard he got into a fight and got punched and got knocked out pretty good. Was that also by Susie? I didn't watch the game. I just heard that he... Get a Simmons. We shouldn't... Why are the Oilers pissed? Why be mad? They're up 4-1. It was an incident that the kid took care of himself. Why should the Oilers be pissed? The kid took it into his own hands. No, I agree, but that was wrong place, wrong time for Edmonton against Calgary, taking in their own hands. It was a completely different incident. Like, again, the wrong guys were on the ice. I would have loved for them to see them later on in the game do something, but Nurse wasn't on the ice when it happened. And for him to come off the bench to go fight would have cost us dearly. They didn't have the right personnel out there again when Uyghur, that's outside Oilers. I think their defensemen were Bouchard and Niemelainen on the ice. You know what? Then if they're going to hit us, that's where I'm the mind of, if they're going to go take liberties with your best players, let the refs call the penalties, the 5-minute majors. Nemo is 6'5", but won't fight. He's 6'5", 190, 210 pounds. That's the way I see it. Like,
Yeah, I can figure out country card ski country.
He was tired of getting crossing. Again, at what point though? Did he get knocked out? I think he held his own. He got a punch for sure. He got punched. Got knocked down. He got up and started smiling about it. I bet he gets out and scores a goal. That's what I would do if I was Holloway. I'd get out and score a goal. I agree to disagree. Hopkins with the goal. Nurse with the assist. We have a 5-1 hockey game. Why? Why would you feel like if you were the other team? But oh no, that was a Nurse goal. My bad. Nurse's bouncy puck. Nope. Went off Costin's foot.
So who got it?
Costin went off his foot. Nurse got the assist. See, this is what I mean by this is when the refs need to stop people from going after McDavid and taking liberties. It shouldn't be on the team. It shouldn't be on the team to exact justice. That's where 5-minute majors need to be called and suspensions need to happen, and just let the league take care of it. I'm also the mentality, if the league doesn't, then yeah, fighty fight. It just becomes then suspensions and fines start happening. There's a trip called. I'm not saying save us. Don't ever say refs save you. No. I agree. I'm more old school. I think they should fight more. But if you as a ref know that one team is targeting a player, shouldn't you be calling it? And if you don't, then yeah, teams should absolutely destroy that player. Oilers just aren't that team. And I don't know how else to tell you the Oilers aren't that team anymore and never will be that team again. And we clearly don't need it. We have team toughness.
How much time do we have left of 2022?
It's like 20-something hours. Yeah, I heard that she died. 6-1. Why? They're getting revenge on the scorecard. Look up at the scoreboard. That's all you say to tough guys is, yeah, funny tough guy, run around. Scoreboard. I'm just saying, different moments call for different times, and that Calgary situation didn't call for suspensions. I know your take, but the Calgary situation was different than what happened here. Oh my gosh, this kid. Was that off Hyman? Oh, Jesus. It's 6-1 halfway through the second period. I agree with you, Braden. When's enough? We don't want to be the Canada situation because Sweden's coming. Oh, it was Vince Dunn that hit him. I was wrong. It wasn't Susie. It was Dunn. Even bigger guy than Susie. Dunn is a fighter. That guy can fight. I don't think they're going to get killed tomorrow. I think this Oiler team will be fine. I know what Don Cherry said, and I agree with that to a point. I thought that was in the net. That's in the net. 6-2. Seattle's going to push back. We're not winning this game 8-1. 12 shots, 2 goals. I demand 14-2. I'm okay with it being this score. I'm okay with it staying this way. Wait. You can find things that are bad whenever you look at things like that. I don't. If the team is letting you score. No, you don't want to rest McDavid now. If you rest McDavid now, you're giving Seattle a bunch of free points with McDavid on the bench. Monitor his minutes, yes. Have him out there every 4 shifts, every 5-6 shifts, but don't rest him. Because if you do, we don't have the firepower out there to keep the puck out of our net or score a goal if we need to.
How much does your bank pay you? At Surface, we share our profits. The more you bank with us, the more we share.
I mean, there's.
Your car loan,
I guess that's where.
your credit card, even your daily banking. Everything you do at Surface.
I guess that's where high elite athletes and professional athletes differ from the average Joe. And I agree, if they can't hold this lead, then they deserve to lose. But you can't tell a stallion like McDavid, scale it back, hold the reins and go, whoa. No, I agree. Bury the fuckers. Like, you can't tell a stallion like McDavid, lessen the reins. No more. You can't, because that's when accidents happen and that's when you get hurt. When you're not at your peak performance as a pro athlete or a semi-pro athlete, you get hurt the most. And I can attest to that. When you don't go hard as a pro athlete, that's when mistakes and accidents happen. Why?
It's not two separate pieces.
No, it wasn't two separate pieces. You thought it was two different things?
Yes, I thought it was an egg that it got tucked into.
No, it tucks into itself. The more you know. I think he does have the respect to know that any shot he takes can go in. That's why I think you're going to be seeing a lot more passing plays. I don't want this.
I was going to put him again.
I don't need a Stegosaurus.
It's an ankylosaurus.
Or a dinosaur. An Asaurus. I don't need an Asaurus.
Well, I guess it's better than the other stuff that is tucked behind the fence.
Well, yeah, focus on passing. This is the best time to have a power play that you pass 25. This is the best time to have a passing play of 25 passes and then shoot. Oh, for sure. He knows. Like, that's what. That's why I said you're going to see a lot more of his passes than you are going to see his shot. You're going to see a lot more of Holloway and Hamlin, Fogle, Derek Ryan. You're going to see a lot more of those players. Still lots of hockey left. I mean, to be fair, he had 8 points 5 times in all those games. The Oilers won like 11-10, 12-10. Like he needed all those points to get those wins. I don't think the Oilers won very many blowout games. Oh, man. We also forget how underrated Charlie Huddy was at hitting people. Mercy is for the weak. Like, the Oilers did have a lot of grindy type players. And Mark Messier himself. You didn't want to go near Mark Messier when he had his elbow or stick into your throat. If he knew he was going to get hit, he made sure you felt it first. I miss those days when you could do that. Yeah, Huddy was... Huddy, Coffey, Lowe, and I can't remember the other defenseman that they had. But they had 4 really good defensemen for a long time. Skinner knocked the hell over. Yes, Bookaboom. Ooh, Nurse and Everly going at it. Yes, welcome. Skinner fell over on his own, got back up, went to go make the save. Nurse and Gord are fighting. What a save by Skinner. So who's getting the penalty? Yeah, I loved Jeff Bukaboom, but man, he was a penalty machine. Nurse, 2 minutes for roughing. Got to get them back in it somehow. 6-2 as he scored. 19-17 shot. 10 minutes left to play in the second period. 2-minute power play for Seattle, who's 0 for 1 with one shot. No, that's why we called him Jeff Boom Boom. We called him Boom Boom for a reason. No, they didn't try and run the goalie. What it was Nurse and Guard were fighting beside the net, and he ripped his helmet off. They're getting in the face of Skinner for sure. For sure they're getting in the face of Skinner because they have to. Shot way wide and out of the zone. Yeah. Dirty was an understatement for what Messier was. Legal, very legal, but borderline scary dirty. Like that was one guy you definitely didn't want to mess with. Like you just didn't ever want to piss that guy off. It's almost like he had a switch of nice guy to motherfucker in a heartbeat. I can neither confirm nor deny that he was a psychopath, but he definitely acted like it at points. Like I have a picture of the guy that used to hold the cup all the time, Gretzky and Messier. Messier's wearing glasses in the middle of the daytime. If that tells, at night, in the middle of the night, he's wearing glasses. That should tell you all you need to know about that guy. And I mean, like, it's pitch black out, just outside of a stripper bar here in Edmonton that no longer exists. Yes, the 84 Oilers took the cup to a stripper bar. Puck's underway. Shot saved by Skinner. Yes, it was Barrie Tees. It's no longer around. Thank you, Ace, for knowing exactly what bar it was. McDavid, saved by Jones. The fact that you know exactly which one just shows you your Edmonton establishment. He loved the Pepsi. He loved a lot more than the Pepsi. He liked his occasional powder stuff.
Mixed in with Pepsi or on its own?
What?
I said mixed in with the Pepsi or on its own?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I'm not going to tell you the Oilers team was clean, and that's why I laugh when everyone's like, well, Cocoa Puff did this. I'm like, the whole team did that. It's just he did it on the bench during intermissions. The powdered Pepsi. Yeah. Like, the only thing that separated Grant Fuhr from the rest of the Oilers was he'd do it on the bench when he wasn't playing or during intermissions when he was playing. The other players waited till post-game festivities. You do believe in karma way too much. I'm of you make whatever you make. And if she's going to come after you, let her come. No, and the fact that it's a true story. And it's wild to hear that. Pepsi was a fierce fate. Yeah, like, it's wild to hear those stories, right? Like, of your idols growing up. Well, these guys were heavy into that scene and on the bench doing it. And it was like common knowledge and it was okay. Nowadays, you even say, well, remember when we did this a few days ago? Like, what? How's that even legal? And then when you had the 70s and 60s, you were smoking on the bench in between plays. That to me still blows my mind.
Partway through the 90s.
Like, that to me still blows my mind that Guy Lafleur and those players of that era on the bench just smoking. Get a tap on the shoulder. You're out next. Right? Like, how?
I wonder why they're not dead yet.
It was just amazing to hear those stories. Like, I wasn't around. I just hear those stories. Like, how is he, like, so he's got a cigarette in his hand, puts it on the bench, goes, runs his shift, and then comes back and picks it up and keeps smoking. Like, you can't even smoke indoors anymore, let alone out. Those were that.
I'm not happy.
Those were days, though. Like, those are crazy stories I've been told from family members. But I sucked. You were sucking wind. Like, okay, 5 second shift, up, down, up, down. Okay, coach, next guy on. Like, I've never smoked, thankfully. My lungs are shot too. Why are you not happy? What's going on? Oh, your shut is down?
Apparently.
Sucks for you. Try again.
I did.
Oh. Yeah, that to me is a big thing. Cardio's huge. Career point, 4-point games. McDavid has 30. The whole Kraken roster has 22. Yikes. He's got more of himself. I mean, hey, you do you, man. He's 5 for 13 in the face. So 5 for 14 in the face-off dot, though. That's one area that he needs to improve is the face-off dot. Six and a half left in the second period. Shots are 21-19 for the Oilers. Score 6-2. Like, what more can we say about this game except for it shouldn't be like this? Hyman, Pugliarvi, Barrie, shot off the net. How do you fix that? Ooh, what a play by McDavid off the back of the net. The wizard of wizardry. You're a wizard, Harry. Costin has an excellent night. I think we still go with the 3. We still have to go with the 3 stars. Costin might be one of them. Oh, Nurse to Janmark. Janmark just misses. Get out of here. Well, there we go. CC leads the rush. Back to Koskinen. Wide. What would it be if Koskinen got a hat trick? Great. Oh, man. I would love to see Yuri Curry and McDavid. That would be magic. Like, Yuri Curry was such an amazing just player. Like, he was just so underrated. He didn't have one really great skill, but he had a lot of above par skill. What are my thoughts on Canada-Sweden? Canada has the goal scoring, but not the goaltending that I've seen yet. Like, the 2 games they've obliterated teams in have been Germany and Austria. I don't know what their goaltending is. We know what their goal scoring forwards are. and we're kind of seeing how good the defense is. The goaltending still is the question mark for me. I hope Canada wins, but I'm honestly expecting a loss. I'll be honest with you. I hope Canada wins, but I'm kind of expecting a loss tomorrow. And that's well, they lost their first game. That's Canada's 2-1 right now, right? So they're making the quarterfinals regardless. It's just who do they want to play? Do they want to play Finland or they want to play USA? Like I said, I don't know what to expect tomorrow. Like I'm expecting a win. I'd be happy if they won, but I'm kind of expecting them to lose by 1 or 2 goals. I think it's going to be a very low-scoring game. I don't think you're going to see the Connor Bedard show that you've seen in 2 games. And that's why I hate tournaments like this, because of the fact that we have such great talent that can go out and score 20 points a game against weak competition. But what do you do against good teams? And I'll be honest with you, so far Bedard against teams that are good or better than bad hasn't really shown up. He didn't show up last year. He got a lot of points against weak teams. He's young, and he'll learn. One thing I want to see him cut out, though, is this stupid cut across the neutral zone or right inside the blue line with his head down. You do that in the NHL, you're getting knocked the fuck out. He's not legit. I don't know. He's not. He's one of those flashy players that he's a one-trick pony. Like, look at every play he does. Every play he does, he's not looking, and he's crossing down the blue line. Every play. Because he opens up space for himself. In the NHL, you do that, you get knocked the fuck out. And you're right, 99 learned the hard way because he used to do that too. He used to do the same thing, come up the middle with his head down. I don't know what defenseman got him, but he got hit one time, and he's like, I ain't doing that no more. Two and a half minutes left to play in the second period. Score still 6-2. Hey, welcome, Tyson. How's your night treating you? Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. But yeah, that guy never played a shift again. I'm good, man. Can't complain. Oilers are up 6-2. 2 minutes left to play in the second period. So honestly, can't complain. The Oilers are winning. Would love to see them shut it down and work on fundamentals, blocking shots, playing with a lead, working on passes, although they do pass way too much on the power play. But hey, now's the time to pass. Work on your Globetrotter stuff. But like it says, some things are better left unsaid. But I'm probably going to get drunk and say it anyway, so. Ooh, you can win an oven mitt for 14-2? Let's go. Let's get 14. Come on, Oilers. Let's get that. Let's go for an easy 15. Let's hit 7 more. No, don't do that. That's don't even say that. That's bad. That puts some bad juju in the world. Thanks, Tyson. Greatly appreciated, buddy. Oh, wow. Eberle just misses the net. I want the oven mitts. I'm tired of burns. Well, there's two things you could do. It's wait till it cools down in the oven or dishcloth. Got 2 dishcloths and pull it out that way. Tea towel even. That way you're not burning your hands.
Tea towel is thicker.
This guy lives dangerously.
Oh, he's got asbestos hands.
He's got asbestos hands. He doesn't feel it. Phony hands too. Oh, did they melt? Did it smell like really bad burnt rubber? Like burnt rubber? Like that smell you can't get out of your nostrils no matter how hard you try? Oh, God, damn. That's hilarious. It's not hilarious. Yeah, those fumes are very toxic. It's not hilarious, but hilarious at the same time because it didn't happen to me. Good shit, man. Like, yeah, that I have a story that I'll tell in the second period, second intermission. I used to be a manager at McDonald's. I can't show the game because of copyright issues. If I showed the game, Sportsnet would shut me down because I don't have permission and I'm not paying $500 a game to get permission. You know what I should do, BW? I should apply to work at Sportsnet. Tell them I'll work in their field office with Steve Dangle out of his field office. That way I could show the game and be on TV. Do what Steve Dangle does. Every Saturday night, show the Leafs game, except I'll do every Oilers game. You don't got to pay me. I'll be an intern. You don't got to pay me. Just let me show the games on my stream. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for side deals. I don't want sponsorship. Just give me permission.
Say no to money.
Just give me permission. I mean, they got a Flames guy. They've got a Montreal guy. They need another guy over there. Maybe I should go talk to Steve Dangle, send him an email. Hey, bud, this is my idea.
That way you don't have to stay up until 3 a.m. to broadcast the Oiler game.
Yeah. When I get a desktop computer, I'll be able to do more. Right now, my laptop is very limited what I can do. Because I tried to stream showing more of the NHL.com, who's on the ice, the shots, the goals, the period, whatever. But it was slowing the stream down to the point where it was stupid laggy for everybody. Okay, so my story to coincide with Aces. I was an overnight manager at McDonald's, and you know how we had plastic toys? A couple of the crew members were playing basketball in the kitchen, and they had opened up the troll toys that we had. So they decided, how funny would it be if they threw a troll toy inside the fryer vat? Yeah, not funny.
No, because then you had to clean the damn thing.
Oh no, it was funny until a more superior manager came in the next day and asked why the fryer vat was out of use for the morning rush. And I had to tell the story. Yeah, we threw a troll in one of the fryer vats and the toxic fumes. For anybody that doesn't know, McDonald's has to change out their oil every 7 days. That day we used up the 7-day oil in the first day. So we had to order some extra for the next truck. We couldn't use that fry vat for a week. Yeah, that was fun times. I got in trouble, and the crew member didn't. That's how good of a guy I am. I took the brunt of it. I got suspended for 2 weeks. Hey, whatever. It was worth it. To this day, that crew member still asks why I didn't rat on him. It's because I wasn't. Regardless, I was getting in trouble anyway because I'm the overnight manager. So why get more than me in trouble? Oh, he learned his lesson. He never did it again, and he still works at that McDonald's. He's now the store manager of that McDonald's. He definitely learned his lesson, and he definitely is high up. Crazy story though. If you work at McDonald's for 10 years and you make it to store manager, you have the chance to be a franchisee without putting in $4 million. Yes, it costs $4 million in your bank account and an extra $4 million in assets to acquire a McDonald's franchise. And I'll mute the intermission because those are boring. Yeah, that, like I said, he's. Oh, okay. I can just ignore those. So don't bother me, actually. My robot ran off. So your robot ran off with your Roomba? So if iRobot and a Roomba had a baby, what would it be called? No, you're on crack. I don't see nothing. Yeah, I see it too. I'm ignoring it. I can do that, see. I can ignore things when I see them. I don't need to go on a cancel spree of everybody. I can just ignore it. You said something I don't like. Scroll on. Speaking of missed calls, that German player that cross-checked that Austrian player in the throat got away with it. I don't know. I don't see color. Everybody's black when the lights are turned off.
Take away our skin, we're still a skeleton.
I mean, I honestly don't do the whole race thing. If you're a nice person, you're a nice person. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. Your color of skin has nothing to do with it. Your gender has nothing to do with you being a good person or not. We don't like to ban our time with anybody. We like to have fun here. This is a fun stream. You say what you want to say. Yeah, how are you? What? I don't know. I'm an asshole, but I get along well with everybody because I'm that favorite asshole of everybody's. I'm that guy like Matt Payne you invite to a party, and you know when I show up, that's when the party starts. I'm that asshole. Not true. I have friends that are the nicest people in the freaking world. They don't know how to be assholes. Like, you could literally run them over with your car and they'd think it was their fault. Like, I have a few friends that are that, like, just that nice of people. Like, you could go to their house, eat all their food, and say, oh, by the way, I left your fridge open. And they'd think it was their fault. Like, oh, sorry, I'll go buy more food. I ran out. I'll go buy more. It's just, how are you so nice? How are we friends? Because I'm not a nice guy. I'm a nice guy, but I'm not a nice guy. But that's what you need in this world. You need those people to balance you. Like, you can be an asshole 75% of the time. If you're a nice guy, 35. It's all about balance. You can drink all the soda and eat all the pizza you want if you go to the gym and work it out. Moderation, people. I just forget the second part. I eat all the soda and all the pizza I want. I just forget about the gym. Canada's oil and gas. What about oil and gas?
The reason why Quebec didn't separate.
I have been that guy. if we're out at a bar and you've done something to wrong me in that instance, I will go stand next to you when I know you're in the urinal and piss in the pisser right next to you. And then stare at your face while I'm doing it. Just make it really uncomfortable for you. Like, hey, Kimo, welcome back. Like, what are you going to do? Like, you're just going to stare at me. It's like, why are you staring at me? It's like, oh. They interviewed Nurse because he's actually playing well this game.
He has 2 goals.
He's got a goal this game. He's gotten a goal. I think he's even got an assist. He's even contributed on the defensive end. But that Holloway fight, though, man. Oh. It's like everybody, yeah, it's like the Oprah Winfrey show. You get a goal. You get a goal. Pugliarvi's got a goal. Hostin's got 2 goals. It's like everybody gets a goal. It is goal night. No, we don't beat the Oilers down when they do good. We only beat them down when they mess up. And so far, Nurse hasn't messed up badly enough for us to acknowledge his weakness. Lay down.
Figured out why he was running back and forth like an idiot.
What?
He was out of water.
He was out of water. Yeah, that's he's got 4 apples tonight. He's got a goal and 4 apples. He may be the guy we talk about too. So that's Costin and Nurse. Yeah, I don't want to hear about Barbara Walters. Oh, too soon. Too soon. Although, if you guys really want to cry, it wasn't just Barbara Walters that died tonight. I don't know if any of you guys know who this is. Died tonight as well. Just saying. He was 27 and he died tonight or died today. 2020s can just go away. Probably a lot of you don't know who Keenan Cahill is, but most of you might. As a wrestling guy, I know who he is because his lip sync song with The Miz and Morrison, top notch. And as a 50 Cent fan, his 50 Cent lip sync song, again. No, not Don. Don West didn't die today. Don't put that out there. Don West? Who's Don West? I know who Adam West is. Yeah. 6-2 Edmonton after 2. Good ting for the internet.
Town scoreboard.
Leonard Nimoy died again today. Yeah, I heard Dog the Bounty Hunter died again today too. Everybody keeps saying they no, but legitimate deaths. So that Cahill kid, 27 years old, like just another teenager died of fentanyl earlier this week too. Guys, leave drugs alone. Like if you don't know what your weed is cut with, don't smoke it.
You don't know what any of the drugs are cut with.
I think a lot of people, if Simon Cowell died, would be cheering in the streets. And I don't get that because I think he's an awesome guy. Like he's done so much for the music industry for being not very talented. For a guy that has no talent at all, He seems to find talent. No, Calvin, it has not. You love Simon Cowell. You legitimately love the talentless hack that is Simon Cowell.
No, the talentless hack is the one that's on Matt Singer. Nicole.
It's true. Nicole. What is her freaking name?
I don't know.
Nicole Zellweger or whatever her name is. That's the talentless hack. Bob's beautiful. It looks like he had a stroke recently, to be honest with you. I get that Simon Cowell's a good person, and I get he's funny. Bob said, "Shut up." I'm just saying, it looks like his face droops onto one side. I don't know. I love Bob. Bob Stauffer's a great guy, and I love that he's stuck to his radio roots. And he's stuck with the Oilers. He could have went elsewhere and made so much money. You can't hate Gene. Gene's my guy, man. I will defend Gene's puns till the day I die. That guy's got wit for days. His wife has done a lot for the city.
Other than
in the back room. Okay, I'll be nice. I can't say things like that. See what I mean when these intermissions get longer? I get in trouble. I get in trouble. He's definitely punching above his weight. But she gets a lot of backroom deals done. Or is it backdoor deals? I can't remember.
I don't know, but she's one of the ones that wanted to keep Rexall around even though...
Well, yeah, because it wasn't so much her, it was her, what are they, constituencies? Yeah, the constituents. What the counts, the area that she resides in, they wanted her to keep it. And she had to go with what they wanted to represent them. That's why they're there, is to represent us as a ward.
Even though it's costing us $4 million plus.
Yeah, well, I think that, and she knew even if she voted to keep it, 9 other people would have voted no, so it really didn't matter what her vote was.
It would have shocked her if they had decided to keep it.
Did they really give it to Hyman? Wow, that's insane. I thought it went straight in. But hey, good on Hyman. Yeah, take goals away from that guy. Take him away. He doesn't need any more goals. What's he at now? 60?
Already?
No. He's not even 40 yet. Does he have 40 now? How many goals does McDavid have?
I don't know. Ask your stats king.
I can't keep up. Every time I turn around, he scores a goal. Tomorrow is going to be an early day. 11 o'clock starts.
So I guess you better do my guesses before I leave.
Yeah, I got to do your guesses before you leave. Shh.
Granted, you're leaving with me, so you can do it on the drive.
Shut up. Nobody asked you.
I'm your dad.
Connor McDavid. I kind of want to play the Connor McDavid song for my stream tonight. You might get a song on the post-game stream tonight, the Connor McDavid, for a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't get copyrighted. He's got 31 goals. Nice. 31 and 36. That's nothing to sneeze at. It's almost a goal a game. You're 3? Well, you're pretty articulate for a 3. Where do I see that? Edmonton Oilers stat page. Games played, 36. Goals, 31. Assists, 36. Points, 67. Plus 3. 16 penalty minutes, 14 power play goals. 35 power play points, 1 shorthanded goal, 1 shorthanded point, 4 game-winning goals, 1 overtime goal. He's taken 138 shots with a shooting percentage of 22.5. Hey, guess who's got a worse shooting percentage than Connor McDavid? Alexander Ovechkin. I'm doing that just for you, buddy. Sorry, I got to get the digs in on Ovechkin when I can. Just in case he does break the record eventually when he's 50.
If he's still playing when he's 50.
I think he's going to play until he breaks the record, and that's going to tarnish his reputation. How many does he have in his career as an NHL? How many does who have it in his career?
What are you going on about, idiot?
No, this isn't the highest scoring NHL game at all. No, we've had games 20 goals.
We had a couple of football games.
Yeah, earlier this year, LA beat Seattle 9-8.
Lay down.
Lay down, go pee. You need to go outside and go pee? Of course you do.
What time is it?
10:02.
Oh, that'll be why.
No, look at that guy. Such a young Derek Ryan. You've been miscount. You bow down to the great Connor McDavid, sir. I'm sure. We are underway in period number 3. Seattle wins the faceoff. Ovi's good. Nah, he's not. He's okay. I have my feelings about Ovechkin, but that's my feelings and my feelings alone. We all have opinions. They're like assholes, and sometimes you get to hear from mine. 6-2 in the third. Seattle's only trailing by 2 shots, 25-23. But by 4 goals. I hope this isn't a slog snooze fest in the third period, but we'll see. No icing. CC up the boards. McLeod streaking Fogle. That looked offside. Shot saved. Ovi's good. McDavid's okay. I've seen better. I mean, McDavid's all right. It's not like he's the superstar or anything. Yes, I'm messing with you. Not quite yet.
Ow.
Hot, hot, hot. Hot tamales. That's why I gave you the tongs. Oh, you ripped the foil. There is 18-18 left in the third period, so the period is not even 2 minutes old. And Hyman gives it to Puljujärvi. Puljujärvi shot save. Hyman, oh, damn. Oh, damn. Hyman McDavid collide behind the net.
Again?
I'm not going to say either player got hurt, but you can't be running to your own teammates. Same team. Freight train McDavid. Oh, get your stick down. Like that was a freaking hook to the face. Don't condone that. But if the Oilers aren't going to protect themselves, keep doing it. You wait till I'm able to see.
Fine.
You.
I'll pretend to be a good girl.
That does not compute.
Well, especially with all this divisional play, as you pointed out earlier, Lou.
Now, I will say the league has found its offensive game again. In the last couple of years, especially.
This is like when you broke into the league.
It's some numbers that we've seen here. And we were talking about earlier. This
Well, you didn't even try.
No, even though.
Teams are barreling back by
You didn't even try.
So for Edmonton right now, in this third period, they want to have a sound control.
Oh. Shot saved by Skinner. Honestly, there's nothing going on, guys. There's a lot of neutral zone back and forth. Kind of both teams know this game's over. Let's just not have injuries. Play this 20 minutes out. Go home. Get on a bus. Head to the airport. If you're Seattle, go home to your beds with your girlfriends or wives. Forget this thing never happened. One off. Wash it out. What I say, and I've said this my entire life, or boyfriends, yeah, you're right. I can't assume that they're straight. That is very non-2023 of me. I'm sorry. This isn't the 1990s anymore.
This period brought to you by Legacy Heating.
Uh,
Home of no payments, no interest for 1 year.
I don't know how you missed the Calgary goal, guy. It was a friggin' beauty shot. Yes, greatly appreciated. What you missed was these teams are just playing to throw it up the ice. Back and forth hockey. Nobody's hitting. Nobody's going to get hurt. Why? Yeah, McDavid ran into Hyman behind the net, but that's normal. I have a thing I like to say in all sports, for all sports teams. You take, depending on the sport you are, for hockey it's 82 games. For football it's 18 games. You take your best 4 for football and your worst 4 games for football and throw those games out. For hockey, it's your best 10 games and your worst 10 games and throw those 20 games out. And the other 62 games, that's what you have as a team. I've always said you take your best average of your best games and an average of your worst games and throw them out. And you meet in the middle, and that's the type of team you are. Gord. Eberle gets rocked. Good play by Cece. Giveaway, though, by McDavid. McDavid kind of gets bodied by Eberle. Not really. They're friends. You don't hit your friends. Tell that to Puljujärvi and Eberle, though. Damn, what a hit by Puljujärvi.
Did they ever get along?
I'm sure they did. But I don't know. I wasn't in the locker room. And that's one thing that I can honestly say was I wasn't ever in an Oilers locker room.
Barrie had a real good shot in the second period where he got a lot on it. And I think that just starts to go well for him when you're feeling it.
Ooh.
Ryan, a glancing blow on Adam Larson that fell him. Here's Wenberg. Back to Vince Dunn. Open as Larson. His shot blocker to the corner by Skinner. And Derek Ryan on the rebound. Chips it out. Lunging effort. Hamlin could not get out of the zone just yet. Schwartz wide open. Skinner, a tough save. Point blank.
Skinner's making the tough saves he needs to make. That's good to see. He could have given up mentally and let a few of these easy ones in. 36-year-old Derek Ryan.
There is one other active player who broke in at 29 and has played more than 450 games the way Derek Ryan has. I'll give you a few minutes.
Yeah, okay, let me just let that one settle in for a second.
Broke into the NHL at age 29. Here's Goss up through center. He came into the league as a member of the Philadelphia Flyers. Sent in by Matty Beniers. This other guy.
Couture?
I know who it is. It's on the tip of my tongue.
You'll grab it.
Goudreau?
Coyotes.
Nugent Hopkins. Costin. So right now, I think he's in 10.
He was with the Coyotes, though, right?
I believe that's a stop. He was with Colorado Avalanche and then Tampa the last couple of years. Hyphenated.
Danny Boyle.
Counting away. 2 goals. Let's go fight.
Probably going to get an extra here for grabbing on to Costa. I don't mind it from Alexiak, to be honest. Big guy,
Oh, Alexiak, you're getting a 5. And you might even get a game. He's fighting Tanev, and you jumped in to drop your glove? Ooh, that's stupid. That's what you didn't want as the Oilers against Calgary, was the stupid jump-ins, which would have happened. Let your player get the shit kicked out of him. He wants to run around and hit people. Tanev's that type of player that runs around and hits people.
We'll sort out the dust up. 6-2 Edmonton.
Edmonton's definitely getting a power play. So it happened behind the play. There was no commentary because the play was going on. The puck was dumped into the Seattle zone. What happened was Tanev ran around, thought you could hit Costin, and Costin didn't take kindly to it. Those two guys started fighting. Alexiak noticed that his teammate was getting the shit kicked out of him and jumped in. So now, depending on how the league looks at it, it could be just an extra 2 for Seattle for the jump third man in, or it could be a 5 and also a suspension, depending on what the team loves, what the league feels. You have a good night there, Smokey Dan. Pleasure seeing you again. So honestly, Calvin, you didn't miss anything. Everything was behind the play. And that's one thing I hate about cameras. They don't pick up everything unless you're there. That's why I love watching live games. So much happens at live games that we don't see on TV or don't hear about. And that's how Draisaitl, speculating, got hurt. It was behind the play. No cameras saw it. That sucks, man.
Just before the commercial break, as they try and figure that all out regarding Clean Costin and Brandon Tanev. Let's discuss Connor McDavid.
Excuse me. Tanev was the one fighting. How is he in the box? That's this league. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Certainly has continued tonight on the part of Connor McDavid. And here's some stats and numbers regarding height, time to climb it. The Roots' successful climbs. It was named Mount Everest in 1865 after it was discovered by a team led by Sir George Everest.
Yes, the Oilers are my favorite team.
It looks like Edmonton's going to be shorthanded here, which is really baffling me, considering that Alexiak was the one that came in as the extra player. Third man in on
The refs botched this one.
between Tanev and, well, here comes Tanev's on the bench. Here comes Holloway. Now, I guess they're deeming that Tanev didn't do anything. It was Costin that just kind of grabbed him.
Tanev didn't do anything, but his hand is wrapped in a towel because he's throwing punches. This league is a joke. I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Out of all that, you're allowed to be the third man in and get your team the power play. Right.
For Costin and 2 for Alexiak. And Tanev's in the box. Here's Burakovsky, one timing it on net. The save made by Stuart Skinner.
6-2 Oilers.
I want your thoughts a little bit on that third man in situation.
You think so? Well, they're not taking the shots. Seattle's out shooting them.
The scrum between Costin and Tanev, I thought was scored actually when I first looked up there. Both of them were on the ice, and Gord's a scrappy guy himself. But I guess what they're deeming is it was all Costin. So we'll probably look at it here now. It's already started. Costin's the one that grabbed him. Now, from the looks of it, Tanev's gloves are off then. So I'm sorry.
Tanev's gloves are off. He threw punches too. Gets nothing. Oleksiak being third guy in gets 2. Good. Glad to know this league knows what's penalties and what's not penalties.
Do they know?
That's the problem is they don't, and they change the rules every game. It's almost like what Jake Roberts used to say. Sorry, Rowdy Piper used to say. As soon as you start knowing the answers, I change the questions. That's what the NHL does with their rules and their penalty calling, game in, game out.
Unless you're Toronto.
Well, those rules never change. But I appreciate the 9 people watching, the 5 likes, and the subscribers tonight. Y'all are awesome. I'm just here watching a hockey game. Short size saved by Skinner. Shots are now 26 Oilers, 34 Seattle. It's a 4-goal game right now, 6-2 with 11 minutes left in the third period. Oh, no. Can he?
Beverage?
No, my beverage is fine. It's my battery that's yeah, and it's unplugged.
You unplug that.
I did to plug her phone in.
Oh, her phone was still good.
I didn't know that.
I just bring it down so that we're not scrambling for it in the morning.
I know. Did you want to go plug it in? Because it's about to die. Please. Like, no joke. Like, it's. Like, yeah. Yeah.
No, dummy.
It's at 19%. I'm from Saskatchewan. No, I'm living in Edmonton right now.
You're from Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Don't make fun of my province.
You make fun of mine all the time.
Yeah, well, it's because you're from BC. Nothing good ever came from BC. I love. You've got 10 minutes to wait. I love the Australian climate. Never been. Always wanted to, though.
On our way.
Yep. I've been all over the world, just haven't made it to Australia yet. Oof.
But that's a bit of score effects, Louis, with a 4-goal lead. I can promise you the coaches won't like it. No, exactly.
McDavid steals the puck. McDavid shot score. You were talking about the Oilers sitting back with a little bit of score effect. McDavid says, hold my beer. I'm making a shot on goal and scoring. You can't tell me he's not a magical player.
And these guys are like,
7-2. I told you, man. He don't care what the score is. He's a goal scorer this year.
Draisaitl told him he'd kick his butt if he didn't get
Touchdown. That's 32 on the year for Mr. Connor McDavid. 26 shots, 7 goals for the Edmonton Oilers. Matthew Parsons from Sherwood Park, you're the winner of a $250 gift card
I want
to
that.
Save on Food.
We need to start shopping at Save on Food.
The prices are so expensive.
Yeah, but if we don't shop there, we don't risk getting this.
Good luck with that. A billion goals, a jiu-jitsu assistant. Error points, that's the counter.
Makes it a 5-goal game.
And that 5-point game is his 8th career. Bouchard up the boards.
He's the cheat code of cheat codes. 8.5 left in the third period. Do we get 9? Do we get 8? Or is this how the score ends? 7-2. I'm good either or. I like this score. This score is a favorable one. Kulak, shot, save. Puck in the corner again, Mark. Seattle's starting to play chippy. I think they know that, hey, we need to win these games against good teams or we're not making playoffs.
Maybe they're going for the guard too.
No, they're not a shit team, but they're not a good team. Their record is indicative of playing Arizona, Chicago, Anaheim, San Jose for 13 games. Math is easy. 32-40, yeah, 32 and 40 makes 72. Did you really have a hard time with that? You could get a calculator. Those are cheap. They're on your phone.
They're on your computer too.
They're also on your computer too. I'm bugging you, BW. You do so much. I appreciate you. I'm going to continue to ride you though, because how did you watch the Flames game? I'm sorry, but did you even watch the Flames game? The shot that he scored, the game-winning goal. You must have been wiped out. You must have been turkey-legged. I had a turkey hangover for that game on the 27th. Ooh, just wide. What do I think the final score will be? I think the final score will end 7-2, 8-2. I don't think they're going to score very many more. I think now what the score is just be back and forth hockey. No way. How does Australia suck? Yeah, why?
They have those giant wolfsman spiders that are bigger than a dinner plate.
I mean, aside from like your creature culture that's there that would scare anybody, why does it suck? Like, I've heard nothing but good things about it, aside from your creatures that are abnormally large and very scary wildlife.
With free resources, online tools, and invest in 101 programs from the Alberta Securities Commission.
It's a good thing we don't have spider monkeys here in Canada.
OAD is excited to introduce our newest rice bowl.
Wait, where did you get the jacket?
So this whole thing packed with rice, bacon, and crispy seasoned chicken. Only available at Bowl.
Why would you want me to say that?
Subway, eat
I could say it. Seems like an odd request.
Okay, let's practice the grabbing. You got 10 seconds.
Weather is all over the place in Canada. You can go from raining to sunny to snowing in a 5-hour span. You guys don't get snow in Australia, do you? Last I checked, you guys don't. I could be wrong.
Tonight's closer look brought to you by Specsavers. Quality eye care and eyewear should be affordable for all. Should have gone to Specsavers.
We talked about Draisaitl being on the lineup. Other guys having to step up, and they have in a big way. Costin with a pair. There's his first. Nice backhand play. He shelves that one. And then here's the second one by Costin.
Somebody called into the call show and said high S money. That's pretty cool. That's commitment to a get. That's commitment to a bit. I don't listen to. So I'm. Ooh, that just missed. I'm 100% transparent. I don't watch post games. I don't watch or listen to the post game reports. I'm 100% authentically me. Someone called in from Australia. All right. I'm confused. No, I know you do. I just, because when I do my post-game shows, I want it to be my thoughts that articulate through, not skewed from listening to everyone else's content. But again, I'm not a factoid guy, right? Like, I am not a stats guy. Honestly, I'm probably the most anti-analytic person on this planet. Analytics have no place in the NHL at all. The way I see it, I look at it as long as you scored one more than the other guy and you've got one more goal than the other guy at the end of the game, that's all that matters. You got the 2 points. Yeah, no worries. I'll do my video at about midnight tonight. Video will be about 12:30, 1 o'clock-ish when I do the editing. Takes about 45 minutes to edit. It's a 10-minute video, 45 minutes to edit. If videos are longer, there's no editing. It's all straight. And what I mean by edit is I put pictures in for all you guys that are wondering. I don't edit anything I say. I don't pause, delete, chop, any of that. I'm off the cuff and raw. It's better that way. Life's way better when you're just honest with your opinions. And I say opinions that a lot of people don't agree with, which is cool. If you guys disagree with anything I say, by all means, let's chat about it. My opinion is not the only opinion out there. I'm just a guy with the mic with the loudest voice right now. That's all. 4:27 left to play in the game. We're just playing dump and puck. Because honestly, that's all this team needs to do right now. We're just playing dump, no chase. Nobody's hitting. Puck is just being passed back and forth right now. This game definitely has hit the lull. Three, 7, 2, 8. I've already found 3. Neener. We got the old friend Eberle out of the way tonight. Now let's get old friend Gags out of the way tomorrow. 2 back-to-back solid wins. Going to the new year winning 3 in a row. Wouldn't that be great? 6 points out of 6. Connor McDavid blocks a shot. No, well, it's technically over, but 3:10 left to play in the third period. Treat a tans. There's still time left on the clock. Score-wise, yeah, game's over. Unless Seattle scores 5 goals in 3 minutes. 7-2 now. Seattle would have to score more goals in the final 3 minutes than they have all game. So I don't see that happening. Excuse me. We play tomorrow again. I may or may not be here. No, there's no empty net. No point in that. That's silly if Seattle does pull the goalie. I mean, we've seen teams do worse. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to play in the game. 7-2 Oilers. They've been outshot. No, my dad's having his Christmas party at his house tomorrow night. Christmas dinner at his house tomorrow night. We're hoping it's over before 8. Welcome from Moscow. Damn, you're up late or up early, depending on how you look at it. That's one thing I love about this time of year, and that's why I'm really upset that they haven't had a World Juniors outside of Canada, as I loved waking up at 3, 4 in the morning to watch the World Juniors hockey. Just weird. It was just amazing to watch that early.
Sleep is a valuable commodity.
Sleep? What's sleep, you say?
Sleep is a valuable commodity.
For the week. 8 hours sleep over 5 days is good, right? Yes, Happy New Year to you, sir. I'm not going to be one of those guys that, well, since you're from the future, why couldn't you stop that from happening? I've been reading a lot of that lately, and it kind of boggles my mind how people don't understand time. You live in Moscow. You could have stopped the queen from dying. Right. Yeah. It's legitimately going around that people honestly think that because the time zones are different, they live in the future. So they know things before everybody else does. Welcome to 2022. We don't raise our kids. The internet does. Yeah. Sorry to break your bubble there, Braden. You didn't know that? Yeah. Just like when Robin Williams died, somebody wrote, well, people from the future, why didn't you go to his house and stop him? Oh, it's up away from my daughter's hands right now. You bet another goal. No. Either way, another goal, like 7-3 or 8-2. I think there'll be another goal. I think Seattle gets one more. But that's a high-scoring game. You wanted a 10-goal game? Good on you, bud.
You bet on the over-under.
Well, you bet on the over-under. The over-under, like the over was like 5. If you bet the under on this game, you lost money. Yes, all your interaction makes everything worthwhile and fun. Hey, I feel like that's a ball joke that Randy just gave to me. He's like, hey, where's your hat? You're bald. And the shine. That's what I should get some shoe shine polish. Shine up the bald head. I am from the future. I live in Australia. So you knew what the score of this game was before it happened here in Canada. And you didn't tell us? How dare you? You nailed it. Fucking love it. That's awesome, man. Yeah, maybe that's what I should do. I should just completely shave it, completely with like the Bic razor and all, and straight blade it all. Just let it all go. The Draisaitl injury is an upper body injury. Take it as it is. For now, it's day to day, but we'll see what happens when we go to Winnipeg. No, it's absolutely cool that people are from other countries and they're here. They're spending time with us. They could be doing anything else in the world. You know what? I agree. But I can't shave it in the middle of winter because my head gets cold. And I don't wear sweaters too often or toques. I like to walk around in shorts and a t-shirt as much as possible. I do bet on sports. Occasionally, I haven't for a while. That's what he's saying. My forehead got into a fight with my eyebrows and my hairline lost. Good people. 17 seconds. Unfortunately, you're not going to get that extra goal. Seattle's just sitting behind the net. The score is 7-2. Oilers win. Play la Bamba, baby. Oilers get outshot, though, 38-31. That's all she wrote, boys. See you tomorrow. Thanks for coming. It's been a pleasure. Now go home, get some sleep. We're back at it. And enjoy your New Year's Eve. I don't see you all tomorrow. Happy New Year's. See you all in 2023. Should be a good year.